Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Margaritas with Marguerita Cheng, CFP Pro. I'm Hope Katz-Gibbs, producer of the show on the Incandescent Radio Network and Incandescent TV. We are so excited about today's guest. Welcome, Shannon Baker, podcast and business strategist, who will talk with Rita today about minding your time, how purpose-driven women with online businesses can be more intentional with their days. I can't wait to hear all about this. Take it away, Miss Rita.
Well, thank you so much, Hope, and welcome, Shannon.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be with you both today.
And I love what you said about being busy is not a badge of honor. We need to use our power to create success on our own terms. That's music to my ears. So let's get to it. We know that you are an entrepreneur, podcaster, and business strategist. What's something you expect when you start a business?
Well, being that I had worked in the small business space for years, I didn't realize how different it was to run my own business opposed to working for someone else. So while I had all these skills and all the information to help you start a business, there was nothing that told me how to actually run the business. So I left one job working, 50, 60 hours a week to working even more for myself in my own business because I didn't have any systems in place or anything documented. So I really kind of recreated the wheel every time I had to do something.
Absolutely. And if we're so much in our business, we can't work on our business. So, what do you say to somebody who's like, I'm too busy to be organized? And what do you do if being organized isn't strong suit? How do we start?
If you Everyone generally says, I'm too busy to stop and get organized. But really, if you want your business to succeed and support your life instead of sucking the life out of you, then you've got to get organized because otherwise you lose a lot of time trying to find things or recreating documents. I mean, how many of us don't have two, three copies of the same document because we couldn't find it the first time because we don't have a filing system in place. A digital filing system, please, definitely not paper. But I mean, that really goes for everything that we have to do in our businesses because really being organized, most people think the Marie Kondo way, pull everything out, put like things together. But that's not what being organized is. In my world, it means being able to efficiently locate what you need to perform your services. So obviously, I wouldn't have a job if everyone knew how to do this. So I always say start by determining what's your priority, what's most important to you. Part of busy not being a badge of honor is the new phrase that I have started sharing with my clients is to live your legacy. We always hear, build our legacy with our business, but really the decisions that we make and the things we do every day in our personal life and in our business really helps or determines how we live our legacy because tomorrow's not guaranteed to anyone, but everyone's going to remember what they know about you so far. So you have to pick what's important for you. I know you're a mompreneur like me. So for us, family is the most important thing. So that being the case, you prioritize based on what's going on in your life right now with your family. If it's, we know the holiday season just passed. So if it's spending time with family and really enjoying that, then you wouldn't start a huge project that's going to take hours of your time because it's going to take you away from your family. So you pick your priorities based on the season your life is in essentially and determine and limit how many things you're going to work on because we all only have 24 hours in a day. So we've got to use them efficiently in order to get things done. So that's really where the process starts. What's your why?
I love that. Begin with why. And sometimes I've learned this. And no, saying no, and being really clear about the services you offer. We don't want to overcommit only to disappoint. What are some resources you've created to help business owners get organized, operate efficiently?
So one is my podcast. which I keep my episodes in small bite-sized chunks. That is my goal for everything. Things you can do in 20 minutes or less. I think the longest episode I have may be 30 minutes, and it's because it's a chat with someone else. But those small steps or those small wins add up to huge progress. We always tend to think about making these big strides or having to do these big things or reach these big goals, but we forget about the small things. And the small things make a difference. They give us momentum, they build our confidence, they really help us to live our legacy. And then I've also recently launched my membership, which is bite-sized, step-by-step videos to use the technology we have to use in our business. Because I understand tech is not everyone's friend, but to save time and build your systems, you've got to use technology and have automation in place. So that's what that resource center is. It's templates and one-on-one time with me in like group sessions, live master meetings. So it's a combination that you can literally show up live or do on your own schedule so you can continue to make progress and really learn how to create a more efficient business. So those are my two biggest resources. And then, of course, there's working one-on-one with me, but I know everyone's not in a position to do that. So those first two resources are the main ways I can help as many women as possible.
I love that. Now, based on your experience, I do financial. So there's certain clients that really value um, financial planning, value collaboration and clarity. When we talk about you as a strategist, Shannon, what type of clients derive most value partnering with
It's really someone who knows their business idea is a viable option, meaning they've tested the waters, they've had a few clients, done some tweaking. So they've been in business for at least a year or more. And they're at a point in their business where they may need to pivot, but they also see that they need some systems because their business is overwhelming them because they're doing everything manually. So that actually is an obstacle to their growth. And that's usually when you hit that plateau in your business, is when you make the time to put the systems in place because you didn't do it before.
you? No, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense to me. And sometimes people are like, well, what benefit am I going to get as a planner? How much is it going to cost me? Like, well, um, I can't answer that, right? At least not right now. So if I ask you, what would you say the costs of or the consequences of small businesses not investing the resources to get organized?
My motto is time is our biggest resource. And it's the only resource that once it's gone, we cannot get it back. So you have two options. You're going to invest it front to get your systems in place, or you're going to pay for it later and everything's going to have to stop. And you're going to have to invest the time later, which is going to take you more time because you've created this chaotic situation that one has to be organized and kind of bought in to help you get control. And then you have to start your business. It's easier to create systems and get organized when you have less there to get in order.
Now that makes sense. As we wind down, this is the opportunity for you to share um, website, social media, and then your podcast where our viewers and
Okay. The podcast is the Mind Your Time podcast. Ironically, actually, not ironically, I did that on purpose. The membership is Mighty Society, which is a play on the podcast name. And then I'm always on Instagram at the underscore Shannon Baker. And I've revamped LinkedIn and I'm spending more time there as well. So usually Instagram or LinkedIn are the two places that you can find me. And my website, if you want more information, is theshannonbaker.com.
well, thank you so much, Shannon. Now back to you, Hope.
Excellent. Shannon, what great advice and insight. And we need to help each other, right? We need to outsource and mind our time. I love that. So thank you for being on the Margaritas with Marguerita Cheng, CFP Pro show. And thank you, Rita, for another great interview. I'm Hope Katz-Gibbs, producer of the show on the Incandescent Radio Network and Incandescent TV. And we look forward to talking to you again next Friday. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for being part of our Incandescent Radio and TV family. This is Hope Katz-Gibbs, founder of Incandescent Incorporated, the PR and publishing company for women entrepreneurs. Our Incandescent Radio and TV shows are brought to you by our advertisers and clients. Margaritas with Marguerita Cheng, CFP Pro, brings us 15 minutes of tips every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on Facebook Live, where you'll meet experts who are helping us flex our financial muscles. Find all of the episodes at margaritacheng.com. You'll also meet intuitive psychotherapist Kara Keem, who interviews therapists and other intuitive guides from around the world. Learn more at karakeem.com. And you're going to love social justice expert Karen Hanrahan, CEO of the San Francisco-based Glide Memorial Foundation. She bridges the gap from local impact to global change on her Thought Leadership show on Incandescent Radio. Learn more about Karen at karenhanrahan.com. You're also going to love Alina Liao, founder of the radical wellness journaling company, zenitjournals.com. Alina asks, have you tried to journal but found it hard to keep up? Zenit makes it easier to journal for your wellness. With Zenit, you can customize your journal with prompts that speak to you. No more blank pages. Your Zenit is your personalized space to take care of yourself. Website, zenitjournals.com. Feel it, write it, Zenit. You'll also meet amazing Tracy Schott, founder of Voices for Change. Tracy is determined to change the world and end domestic violence. Learn more at voicesforchange.net. And we are so thrilled to be publishing a book for Angela Mitchell, who is the tech expert of case management. And she's also the founder of this fabulous organization, Kids Code 2. She is determined to teach kids to code computers. Talk about teaching a kid to fish. We invite you to discover and peruse all the Incandescent Incorporated websites, the magazine For Women, By Women, About Women, incandescentwomen.com. Our health and wellness magazine is beincandescent.com, the business of mind, body, spirit, soul, and heart. Our YouTube channel is incandescent.tv, and you can learn about our PR and book publishing services at incandescent.us. If you'd like to have your own radio and video show, check us out at incandescentradio.com, where you can see what we can do for you. These podcasts are also featured on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Our podcasts are produced by Brandy Wilsker. Our videos are produced by Nelson Benavides. Our website developer is Max Cucoy, and our incandescent illustrator and designer is Michael Glenwood Gibbs. If you'd like to learn more, please send me an email, hope@hopegibbs.com. Here is to your incredible, indelible, incandescent success. Much love and many